Hello, all of my beautiful Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign friends. I am High Priestess LaChondevi with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your July 2018 Love and Romance reading. As always, I would like to say thank you so much to all of those who thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you to all of those who commented and shared my videos. Thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. And a very special thank you to all of those who recently joined my new Vimeo family. I appreciate the love and the support from you all. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you could do so at my website, POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. Scorpio, if you are single and you would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including details such as when you'll meet your partner, where you meet your partner, what your partner will look like, your partner's astrological sign, how to recognize him or her, as well as some details that I do not share here, and a full reading as to how to align yourself with a happy, healthy relationship with your future partner, you can now book a future partner reading with me directly through the description box below. And recently, the future partner readings have doubled in length, so I'm very, very excited to be bringing them to you at this time. So again, you can go ahead and book a future partner reading with me through the description box below. You can also now book an extended future partner reading as well as a 20, 30, or 45-minute reading with me in the description box as well. So you can go ahead and check that out. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, you can contact me at any time through the Instant Go app. And the link for that is www.instantgo.com/powerlifehypnosis. You can text, call, or we can also video chat. The link to my website as well as my Instant Go are in the description box below. Alrighty, my lovely Scorpios, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If they do not resonate with you, you can check your moon and rising sign videos, as these messages may. And if the messages do resonate, you can check your moon, sun, and rising sign videos in order to get a more complete picture of your love and romantic relationships during the month of July 2018. Alrighty, so my lovely Scorpios, I have here 3 cards representing the theme of your love life during the month of July. I also have here 4 predictions and your oracle guidance so we can see how to bring about the best outcome in this situation. Alrighty, so I just saw 222 on the clock. So some of you guys may be making a very big decision. There may be a lot of healing coming to your romantic relationships or your love life. Some of you may be bringing balance to your life as well during the month of July. So let's go ahead and get started here with your theme. So the cards that I have here, I have separation, release your ex, as well as this walking away card. Oops, this walking away card here in the reverse position. So it's very interesting that we have this really strong theme about releasing yourself from a relationship, releasing yourself from a situation. And I do have a lot of that here in your predictions as well. So the separation card says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So again, some of you may be separating yourself from somebody during the month of July, or you may already have separated yourself from someone. And this is picking up on that energy here. And you're also being called to, during the month of July, release your ex. The time has come, to clear your energy. So it's very important for you to, for example, clear the anger, the resentment, the negative energy, the past energy from an ex who you may have already separated from. Or it could be a good time to separate from an individual and release them from your life, because this release your ex card can be speaking of somebody who you are still connected to. It doesn't necessarily have to be an ex, but it could just be releasing an individual who is not serving your life at this time. I just saw 422 on the clock. So again, some of you may be bringing a lot of balance. You could be bringing stability into your life during the month of July, and it could be as a result of this separation. Just 433 on the clock. So you are progressing, you are moving forward, you are transitioning during the month of July. I just saw that again, and it looks like there's some angelic healing that's coming to this situation, bringing you balance. So again, this can go 2 ways. This can go releasing someone from the past who you're separated from, and the effect, the anger, the resentment from that relationship. Or this could be speaking of releasing somebody who's currently in your life that is no longer serving you. And then again, I have this walking away card here in the reverse. And this is card number 27, speaking of an ending. Maybe it's that an ending needed to happen here. And this walking away card says that some of you may be having some challenges walking away, or some of you may be feeling unable to walk away. You may be feeling stagnant or stuck or tied to a situation, you know. And if that is so, be honest with yourself about why you are still in this situation. You know, is it that you still had lessons to learn here? Is it that, you know, you're afraid to move forward? Is it a feeling that, you know, I can't find somebody else? Or is it that the soul contract was not done until now? You know, not finished until July. There's different ways this can go because this is a general reading. But this also could be speaking of habits and the things that are comfortable for us. So it could be a good idea to take a look at patterns in relationships as well. You know, because if we keep seeing the same patterns coming up in relationships, the same challenging patterns happening in relationships, there could be something that we need to let go of. There may be something that is comfortable for us that we need to let go of. So that is what I have here. You know that walking away from a situation, walking away from a person, walking away from a pattern is your choice. You know, we choose to stay the same or we choose to change. We choose to stay the same or we choose to grow and evolve. We do not have to repeat the same patterns that we've always repeated. It's interesting because we can get very comfortable in our patterns, in particular, you know, negative patterns. For example, say, we have trust issues, for example, because in a past relationship there was infidelity and we carried this over into new relationships. You know, it's easy for us to hold on to that jealousy or hold on to that fear and allow that to manifest itself in further relationships. But we don't have to hang on to these types of patterns or any other pattern that, you know, you may have that speaks to you. You know, we don't have to hold on to these things. We can become new people. We can practice new behaviors. We can do new things in order to bring about better circumstances. So again, you have the power to walk away from whatever does not serve you. That is your choice. You have the choice to stay. You have the choice to move into better territory. And the interesting thing is when we choose to consciously let go of or walk away from that which no longer serves us, we are sending the message to spirit, God, universe, our higher powers, that we are intending to bring something better into our lives. So by saying, you know, I'm releasing this negative energy, I'm releasing this which is not aligning me with the highest good, we are sending a message that we intend to bring something better to us. So that opens up an avenue for the universe, spirit, God, our higher powers to bring us what it is that we want, bring us something that is more fulfilling, that better suits us, that is better for us, by again setting that intention, communicating to the universe, I'm ready to bring in something right for me by releasing that which is wrong for me. So let's go ahead and go into your predictions here. So with your first prediction, I have here in the past, it looks like you experienced some heartache with an individual. So in a connection, it looks like, again, some of you could experience some heartache. Pain and distress have come from this love. And it looks like, let's see here. I'll go here to this card in the center. And it looks like there could have been some heartache because this could be a toxic relationship. This could be a toxic situation. There could be toxic energy, you know, that has manifested itself in this connection, leading to this heartbreak. Heartache rather. This connection is unhealthy, drawn together out of need or habit. Release it to be free. So again, you're being called to release your ex. There's a separation here. You're being called to release this toxic energy here. Release that which no longer serves you and move forward into something better. You know, the second train can't come in, a new train can't come in before the first one leaves the station. It looks like there was some fidelity in this situation here. So you could have been faithful to this person, or you could have been holding on to this person. There was some fidelity here. This card says you are the only one your love chooses to be with. And keep in mind, this is a general reading, so this could be the other way around. So if this is a toxic partner that you experience, then, you know, to me, this is speaking of your fidelity, because when we're in relationships with toxic partners, oftentimes the fidelity is not there on their behalf. But take this energy as it resonates with you, because this is a general reading. And you too, cross watchers. So I have here the card of fate. So it looks like everything that was happening here was supposed to happen. You know, this is a fated situation. Everything was supposed to happen here. Fate is guiding and helping your love connection. Luck is with you. So the interesting thing is, we can have soulmates that come into our lives, and these soulmates come into our lives in order to teach us lessons. Not that they are meant to stay in our lives, for example. Not all soulmates are meant to stay in our lives. There's often that misconception. However, soulmates come into our lives at particular times for particular reasons. And sometimes the soul contract does end during this lifetime, and we move forward. So we know when soul contracts are finished within connections, when there are no more lessons to learn. There are no more lessons to learn in a situation. So it could be that some of you maybe have not walked away from this situation, or you're having troubles walking away from this situation because the soul contract had not ended yet. I just saw 11:11 on the clock there. So I do believe that could be a situation for some of you, but it looks like this situation may have caused you to learn, grow, and evolve from what I can see here. So, some of you may have a deeper connection with your spirituality as a result of this situation. So again, you are being called to release this energy here. I feel like I was saying, oh, the soulmate. I was speaking about soulmates. But yeah, soul contracts. Okay, so I'm just going to move forward here. So it looks like this is a very unique connection here with the snowflake crystal card, because not all two relationships are alike. I'm sorry, not all snowflakes, no two snowflakes are alike. This is a very unique relationship. But again, it could be that this was a soulmate relationship, where it could be that the soul contract could be ending, you know? And if that is so, then what is to be done is reaping the rewards of the lessons from this situation, so we can move forward and apply the lessons learned to align with higher vibrational love and what is better for us moving forward. You know, it's interesting how relationships work, because with every relationship, it's like, it can be like school, you know. It's interesting because I was mentioning this in a reading yesterday. Our relationships, our connections, our dating lives can be like school. It's like when we first start dating, you know, when we're first trying to figure it out, it's like being a freshman, you know, we're learning. You know, we still have milk on our tongues there. We're learning. And then from there, we figure out what we want, what we don't want, you know, how to alter our behaviors to better connect with others. You know, we learn about these things. And then we have to like take our GEs when it comes to relationships. We have to take math, we have to take science, we have to take all these different, you know, relationship classes with our different partners, because every partner has a lesson for us. You know, has helped us move forward and keep moving forward in our relationships, you know, because it's generally the pattern that each relationship gets better and better once we learn again from the past what we want, what we don't want. We behave differently moving forward into each relationship. So, you know, it's like we learn with each relationships, we gather lessons from these soulmate relationships, and we're able to graduate when we align with our divine mate. You know, so you could have been having a class here with this relationship. You know, this could have been the class of hard knocks, you know, whatever it could be. But that's what I have here regarding this connection. So again, even if this is a soulmate connection, it may not be that this is something that was meant to last forever, but it's something that came for right now in order to lead you to higher, you know, vibrations of love. Okay, I just had a message come in, but I didn't catch it, but I believe it will come back up. Okay. Yes. The message that I am getting is that, you know, not all relationships hurt. Not all relationships will be challenging. You know, by understanding our patterns, We're able to step outside of them and do something different. And there's another message there, but I'm having trouble picking it up. So maybe it'll come up again. Okay, so let's move forward and go into your Kipper prediction now. So I have here the cards of, let's see, on the bottom of the deck here, a long way. So this could be a relationship that some of you have been in for some time. You may have been waiting in this situation, maybe waiting to leave this situation. Again, it could be that there was trouble walking away. So this could have been a long-term situation. Some of you may have to still wait a little bit, you know. Some of you may still have to wait it out a little bit for some reason. On the top of the deck, I have this false person. So, of course, this is someone, you see this woman here, she has these foxes. Foxes are sly, cunning, sneaky, you know, manipulative, things like that. They look out for their own self-interest, not the interests of others. You know, they look out for themselves at the cost of others' happiness. So we have somebody that you could be dealing with that has that energy, or this could be you because this is a general reading. So we have here the core person. We have here theft. And we have here bereavement. So it looks like some disputes with another individual may cause a relationship to get taken away, because this theft card can mean the leaving of a relationship, the taking away of a partner. You know, theft is something taken away. So this can be speaking of this partner. Due to these disputes, this relationship coming to an end, because that's what this bereavement card stands for. You know, bereavement, an ending here. The relationship may have died. It could be that the arguments and the challenging energy, the disputes, end in your life, you know. So it could be that some of you may have been having a lot of arguments, a lot of challenges with this individual, and it could be that during the month of July, these challenges, these disputes and things could come to an end, because there's, you know, an ending to this connection or ending to this relationship, or again, it's like that energy goes away here. So that can be for some of you as well. So let's go ahead and go into your Lenormand predictions here. So let me move this right here. Excuse me. Okay. So regarding your Lenormand predictions, let's see on the bottom of the deck here, I have the bouquet. The tower. The lilies. Some of you could be dealing with an older male over the age of 30, or you could be this person. Some of you are in a long-standing relationship. Again, some of you could be in a relationship with an older individual. I also have here the fish. We got Nemo and friends here with the fish. And then we also have here the sun card. And that's at the top of the deck. So what I can see here, let me give you who you may be dealing with, you guys. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, so some of these details may resonate, some may not. You know, not everybody's dating the exact same person, somebody who looks the same. So take this, you know, as it resonates with you. And if you would like to know exactly what your future partner looks like, you know, you can go ahead and book a future partner reading with me. So let's see here. So taking these cards together, I see somebody here who can be very attractive, somebody who's considered very attractive. This could be somebody with a nice smile, because the bouquet card here at the bottom of the deck, Rose Beauty. This could be somebody who's very tall. The tower card usually deals with somebody who's tall, over 6 feet a lot of the time. This person can also be thin sometimes here, tall and thin, but you know, this is going to be an individual who's very tall. Let's see. Again, with this lilies card, this can be someone, an older male over the age of 30 for some of you. This can be somebody who's older, somebody who's mature. Again, this is somebody who's very attractive, even under the lilies. And regarding the fish card here too, the fish card is somebody who's very attractive. So I see somebody, you know, who could be considered very attractive. And keep in mind also, you know, this could also be describing you. So some of you guys may be super fine. With this fish card, let's see, this can be somebody who, the different hair colors I'm actually seeing a range of different hair colors, honestly. I'm seeing light hair for many of you. Some of you could be salt and pepper. So for some of you, this with the sun card here, the sun card represents somebody who has blue hair, blue eyes, blonde hair with this sun card. You know, this could be somebody with fair skin. I'm seeing more so fair skin for some of you. For some of you, this could be somebody with freckles. The fish card can represent somebody who's very attractive, very well groomed. But again, this is a general reading here, so we do have that theme of blue hair, why do I keep saying that? Blue eyes, blonde hair. This can be somebody who has more of a darker hair and darker skin tone. So take that, you know, as it resonates with you, including tan, could be olive as well. So the signs of those who you could be dealing with, I'm seeing a strong Capricorn energy. I actually have a few signs here. So I have Capricorn, Virgo energy, or Pisces. Or it could be that some of you are dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So those are the different signs I'm seeing again. Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag. In particular, Leo. Because the sun card, Leo, rules the sun. Okay, so let's see here. So, all right, regarding what we have here, let me go ahead and actually arrange these in a better way. So regarding what we have here, again, some of you could be dating an older male over the age of 30 here. Some of you may be in a long-standing relationship or in a relationship with somebody who's older or mature. So with this bouquet card here at the bottom of the deck and this sun card here on the top of the deck, I'm seeing two things. So when it comes to you all, Scorpio, some of you could be attempting to attain happiness. You know, your focus during the month of July could be happiness, joy, and things like that. You know, you may be wanting to move to a better place in your love life here. With these two kings, with this lilies and this fish card here, some of you may be dealing with some kind of strife within your connection. So that makes sense because we have that, you know, those themes of walking away. We have this false person. We have the court person, which are the disputes. So some of you may be experiencing some strife, or, you know, the strife that you experience may be a factor in this situation. So it looks like here, some of you may be dealing with somebody with the, you know, with narcissistic tendencies with this, these two cards, because these are the two cards about, you know, egoism. So again, somebody could just be really into themselves, you know, have a lot of ego here. Even this card is a card of being egotistical, you know, egoistic, I don't know, but really into themselves, you know, have a high ego, but at the expense of others, you know. So, and that also speaks of this false person card. So again, some of you could be dealing with that. So if any of you are in, you know, challenging relationships where there's a lot of fighting and maybe you don't understand why, maybe you know, believe that you're doing whatever you can to, you know, be kind in this situation and you can't understand why there's so many disputes. Maybe there's a situation where some of you were in a relationship, for example, where in the very beginning this person was very nice, very kind, very loving to you. Maybe said that, you know, oh, we're soulmates. You know, they could have said that very earlier, or they could have said something like, when I first saw you, I fell in love with you, or, you know, when I first saw you, I knew I had to have you. When I first saw you, something like that. And again, it could have been really nice in the beginning. And then all of a sudden, once you start connecting with this person, they take, you know, they snatch the pedestal from under you. And then they may have, for example, you know, created some distance in between you once you started to become emotionally invested. They may have created some distance in between you in order to stir your primal need for connection, in order to bring up fears regarding abandonment. And then after that, they could have started treating you differently from in the beginning. And then all of a sudden, they say, they may do something, and then all of a sudden, they may start going back to what it is. Oh, I love you, and whatever, we're meant to be together. And they may have started going back to the previous behavior, and then there's a cycle. It's like a lot of arguments, a relationship with a lot of arguing. They may call you, names and things. That's that narcissistic energy. I mean, I could go into that, and I actually do have a video in my playlist about narcissism awareness and different things that narcissists do. So if any of that resonates with you, if you had that experience in your relationship and you are not really aware of the narcissistic thing and how relationships go, you can go ahead and check out that video there, because that will provide you with more information. Or you can go ahead and just research and look these things up, if you are in that kind of situation, because the reason why there was a breakdown here could, in that sense, it would be on their behalf, nothing that you did wrong. So anyway, so some of you could be dealing with that kind of energy, not all of you, but if that did resonate with you, then you could be with somebody who's a narcissist. So, or if if your relationship goes to that pattern, you likely are. Sorry guys. Okay. So it could be that many of you, again, it looks like you may be attempting to bring happiness, maybe peace and serenity to your life with this Lily's card. The Lily's card also speaks of, again, peace, serenity, and things like that, being calm. So you may want to make your life more calm. For example, if you were experiencing a lot of disputes in a toxic relationship, so some of you could be isolating yourself from this person, especially so this older male, or you could be this older male isolating yourself from somebody. Take this however it resonates with you, but you could be isolating yourself from this older relationship, this long-standing relationship, whatever this is here. It could be a very sensual relationship as well. Lilies is a card of sensuality. So you could be isolating yourself from this individual or from this relationship in order to move forward, or in order to create some positive changes. Some of you may be in an open relationship with this person, because that's also what the this fish card here stands for. It also stands for an open relationship. So some of you may be in that sort of dynamic here with this individual, with this older male here. So you could be in a relationship where this older male is coming out of his ego, but again, in this in this open relationship, but some of you may be wanting positive changes. So you may be, floating on, moving forward here. Some of you could be setting boundaries. Some of you could be setting boundaries with others to bring positive changes and better circumstances in your love life. So that's another way that can go as well. Some of you may be seeking isolation, isolating from yourself, because you want more peace in your life, because you want more peace. You want positive changes here. So that can be something as well. So those are the different energies I see here regarding your Lenormand prediction. So my friends, let's go ahead and go into your final prediction, and then we'll go into your oracle guidance to see again how to bring about the best outcome in this situation, because it does look like there could be some some challenging energy here. But I just realized in this Lenormand spread, I have an abundance here. I have mostly spades here, and spades is the best suit in the Lenormand deck. So this could have a positive outcome here, because again, you could be seeking positive changes, or you could be moving on to something better here. So let's see. Let me just arrange these little bits here. I do have a positive outcome here going towards the end of July, the ending portion of July. So all right, let's get into it. So I'm using my prediction cards here, my prediction cards, and let's see here. Okay, so regarding your prediction here, I see here that rejection may be a theme going on. So you may be rejecting somebody, or, you know, you could be experiencing this, but it looks like there's some rejection, there's some releasing here, there's some separation, there's some walking away. So that is the energy that I see here. Walking away from a commitment because there may have been some setbacks leading to some detachment here. So in the past, it looks like there was some dishonesty, some deception in this situation, and it may have caused you to have a change of heart, a change of mind, or a change of perspective about this relationship or about this individual. Let me go ahead and tell you the players that I have here on my roster in front of me. I have a female, I have a younger, more immature male here. So some of you could be an older female with a younger male. Not all of you. I have a karmic partner. I have a third party situation. I have a soulmate in front of me as well. So again, there was some dishonesty. There was some deception. You know, there was this false person energy here. This false person energy here. And that could have, again, led to a change of the way you see the situation, how you feel about the situation, how you feel about the person, how you feel about the relationship. And this could be somebody who's at a distance, or it could be that this dishonesty and this deception caused you to put distance between you and that person, or that other person could have put distance between you. But it looks like there may have been some separation, some distance put in between you guys, or just some distance already in between you guys, even though you may have been holding on to this situation, because it does look like there was loyalty here. So loyalty and fidelity, you know, I see that you may have been holding on to the situation, even though there was an ending here. You know, even though there was an ending, you still could have been loyal to this person. And I have here a situation where, you know, maybe you could have grown going through some dark night of the soul, because I have here the younger, immature female, but I have here that, you know, if maybe you were feeling immature or anything like that, the situation improved and you may have, you know, leveled up and gained some maturity in this situation due to some dark night of the soul energy. And this dark night of the soul energy could either be because this relationship completed and maybe you figured out that things were not all as they seem regarding this connection, or it could be that you're now out of this dark night of the soul energy. So you could have been confronting the shadow within, you know, already considering, why am I here? How did I get in this situation? What patterns led me here? You know, what within me, what within my shadow side, what am I not seeing that led me here? So some of you could have been going through that. So again, this dark night of the soul energy could have been a result of the ending to the situation, or the distance here, or this dark night of the soul energy has ended, you know, because there are some improvements coming here, or that have come. So let's see here. It looks like regarding this dark night of the soul energy that you may have felt, you know, it still looks like there's some things that were not discussed. There were some things that were hidden. Things were not all as they seem here. Or this could have been what led to this dark night of the soul and the ending of this connection. But all was not as it seemed regarding how somebody was showing their love, which again, you know, we have a lot of this energy here. So let's see what's going on now, or on the other side of this energy. So this could be the theme, or whenever you're watching this, Scorpios, I see here that, let's see, where there were playing games, it looks like there's been a change in direction. So it's like you're not dealing with that anymore. Somebody could have been playing games in a sexual relationship here, but it looks like there again, so there was a change of mind, heart, perspective in the past, and there was a change in direction in this connection here, because you could have left somebody in the cold, or you could be feeling left out in the cold by somebody and betrayed. So some of you are an older female, possibly with a younger male. You could be this younger male with an older female. This can be just the energies, you know, an older, more feminine energy, and then a younger, more masculine energy. If you're in a same-sex relationship, take this as it resonates with you. But this can go in different ways, because again, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate with you. So I do have here that, you know, there was a shift here because of somebody being left in the cold, because this male here, you know, could be this younger male, but this male here could have betrayed you, you could have been feeling betrayed, or if you are this younger male, you could have betrayed somebody. But I do see here that somebody, you know, there could be a separation here because of some challenging energy here. Somebody was playing games. Somebody could be playing games regarding leaving somebody in the cold. You know, they may be doing that on purpose to, again, stir up issues with fear of abandonment. You know, we all have a human desire. We all have a human need to feel recognized, you know, to feel acknowledged or to feel recognized. And when individuals, you know, separate themselves from you, and even though they intend on going back, it is because it's like, it's kind of a punishment thing, but it's also that, you know, again, they want to stir these feelings of fear in you and fear of abandonment. So they, you know, so you can further attach yourself to them. So that could be an energy here that has happened. Nevertheless, so this is going towards the first part of the month, the first half of the month, or on the other side of this energy whenever you're watching this. I see a situation where there may be some messages and maybe some news received. So you may receive a message from somebody wanting to reconcile with you. Or you may be sending a message, but I see some kind of news here. You know, a message, text message, email, some kind of discussion, some, you know, regarding reconciliation happening in the first half of the month, or again, on the other side of this energy whenever you're watching this. It looks like some of you may be going after karmic lessons here. So you may be experiencing some karmic lessons due to this situation. When I say karmic lessons, you know, not that things were bad, but it's like, again, we're learning things. This is the upperclassmen, you know, we're learning things. We're in these classes. So we're learning karmic lessons, you know, this is a karmic class here. So you may have learned some type of lesson from this situation. And this could be dealing with a third party situation. So you may have learned some lessons about being in a third party situation, not wanting to be in a third party situation, anything like that. And keep in mind, karmic lessons can be clearing energy from past lives as well, you know, not just this life. So again, you know, it looks like there was a situation where there's a third party going on with this soulmate. So you could be introducing a third party. Your other individual may be in a third party. You know, they're the sneaky one in this situation. So it could be that. There could be a third party. You know, you were in a third party situation, not out of your own volition. I see here that there's some hidden feelings that may be had for this soulmate. So you may still have some hidden feelings about this individual, you know, even if you decide to move on here, or just at this time. Nevertheless, on the other side of this energy, so let's go into the ending of the month, the last half of the month, you know, or this can be on the other side of this energy whenever you're watching this. It looks like many of you were in a karmic situation. You know, you're learning karmic lessons. I see a karmic partner here. So again, this is a connection that was meant to teach you something, help you learn, grow, evolve, even if it was difficult. You know, karmic partnerships can be challenging. Karmic partnerships are not always easy. A lot of the times they're challenging, but the reason is because the purpose is we are clearing past, you know, we're clearing old karma, karma from birth, karma from past lives, karma from parallel life. We're clearing karma here. So it looks like there's some unrequited love going on with this karmic partner. You may have been casually dating this person. Or again, it could be a long-standing relationship. So there are differences here. So take this as it resonates. But I do see here some unrequited love. Maybe you are going more towards self-love and love and happiness. So I do see here a new beginning in your love life is going to be coming about because of some healing. So it looks like this situation will be very healing. This releasing energy will be very cathartic for you. But again, I see a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start because of some healing, a new beginning leading to some healing of this situation. So now let's go ahead and get into your oracle guidance, and we can see how to bring about the best outcome in this situation. Alrighty, so let's see here. Alrighty, guys, so where to start? Okay, so I'm going to start here. Actually, here I have malachite, This is a card of prosperity. These cards kind of popped out of the deck very vigorously here. And then we have here Aqua Aura, healthy communication and relationships. So taking these cards together, this prosperity card says there's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So you are receiving divine support regarding this situation at this time. So whatever it is that you are experiencing, it again is fate. It again is a fated situation. Excuse me, it is for a reason here. So there's a very divine positive shift happening here. So again, once we release rather that which no longer serves us, that opens up. Here's that divine support here. That opens up the space for that flow of divine support to come through. You know, once we communicate to spirit, God, universe, our higher powers that we are willing to bring in something better for us by releasing that which is not good for us. So it looks like this is going to bring about prosperous circumstances in your love life. You know, abundance. And then this Aqua Aura card says healthy communication and relationships. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So some of you during the month of July may need to assert yourself and, you know, maybe set a boundary. I hear that in this card. Again, setting a boundary or setting boundaries or discussing your boundaries. You know, I'm not going to let you call me this. I'm not going to let you continue this pattern. I'm not going to let this continue. You know, I'm moving forward. You know, go, you know, I'm going. So it could be a good idea for you to communicate what's really going on, speaking up for yourself for some of you. You know, and the interesting thing is, let me say this, if any of you are in a toxic relationship and you see a cycle continuing, you know, you see that it's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad. Understand that that is a cycle that will always continue. Even if this individual says, you know, oh, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna treat you better, you know, let's make things like they were in the beginning. You know, if you didn't do this, then the relationship wouldn't be like that. If you change, then the relationship can change. No, that's not accurate. The relationship is going to continue that pattern no matter how many times the other person says, oh, I'm going to do better, I'm going to change, I love you, you know, things are going to get better, blah, 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 blah. You know, you guys get my point. So understand, if you decide to speak up and, you know, assert yourself and this person comes back with that mess, know that, you know, it's just mess. You know, they're just words. And actions speak much louder than words. You know, it could be that some of you need to take a look at the actions. Let the person's actions speak for them. Notice the actions, you know, see the actions, notice the actions, allow their actions to speak to them, because words are cheap. You know, words are cheap. It's like that Marvin Gaye song, you know, believe half of what you hear. And believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. You know, so if somebody's talking sweet to you, if somebody's sweet talking you, if somebody's promising this and that, you know, and their actions consistently have shown otherwise, take that for what it is. Take that for what it is. 42:42 on the clock. Stability and security and order coming after making a decision, after choosing to bring balance, choosing to bring balance to your love life. So that is your choice. You know, you can choose to stay in toxicity. We have the choice. We have the decision to stay in toxicity, or we have the ability to release the toxicity. It is our decision. You know, and even if we have fear-based thoughts, because, you know, in toxic relationships, a lot of the time one of the partners is saying, you know, nobody's going to love you. Nobody's going to care for you like I did. Nobody, you know, you're this, you're that, making the partner feel low, you know, purposely attempting to lower the partner's self-esteem so they believe that they cannot do better. Oh, I forgot my train of thought there, but... Oh, what I was saying was, you know, that can be something that maybe one or two of you are experiencing, that type of energy, you know, but know that, Again, that's narcissistic stuff there, or toxic stuff there. So we have the choice. We are adults and we can do whatever the hell we want, you know? So we can choose to stay in toxicity, or we can choose to move forward to something better. And the choice is nobody's but ourselves. And know that often in toxic relationships, it's so interesting. For example, say some of you are in a situation where you tried to break up with your partner. You tried to leave the relationship, right? So this is so common. We try to leave the relationship. We try to break up with a person, and the partner will basically not let us break up with them. You know, they keep coming back. They keep coming back. That we get it. You know, there's a huge fallout. There's a huge argument, and the person comes back. I love you. I'm sorry. You know, that cycle there. I lost my train of thought again. Okay, so if that thought comes back, you know, I'll communicate it. So, okay. Okay. What I was saying was, you know, a lot of the time we're in these relationships where the person doesn't let us leave. You know, they keep saying, oh, it's going to be better. They draw us back. And it's called hoovering. The term is called hoovering because it's like a Hoover vacuum. You may break up because of some challenges, and then they suck you back into the relationship with all these different tactics. What they'll do is they'll go through the different tactics in order to bring you back. So, you know, they know what will suck you back into the relationship. So they may say, okay, you know, let me act this way first. Let me be kind and loving. Oh, this person isn't responding. Then let me be, you know, threatening. Oh, this person isn't responding. Let me go to their house. Oh, this person isn't responding. Let me do this, you know? So it's like, there may be situations where, somebody, you know, you and this person may have broken up many times, or maybe this person, you know, you try to leave this person and the person won't go away, you know, and the relationship keeps coming back. Know that, you know, that is a cycle that is going to continue. So in this case, again, we must assert ourselves and understand the dynamic. Just see it for what it is, not judging it, just seeing it for what it is, and act appropriately. So you know, keep those boundaries, you know, not allow ourselves to be hoovered back in to toxicity. You know, because sometimes we just get tired of the cycles, and they just repeat themselves. And the interesting thing is, in those relationships, the toxic partner never wants to leave. You know, the toxic partner is not the one who's going to walk away, because the toxic partner is the one who's bringing the toxicity. You know, that could be normal to them. So we have to be the ones to walk away. Even if this person says, you know, I still want to be with you, we have to be the one to release that, because we know that we're going to move on to something better, you know? So understand, if you have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person, if there's discussion with this person, and this person, you know, tries to have you come back into the relationship or doesn't want to let you go, you know that that's going to continue to happen, and we just have to walk away anyway. We have to release this person anyway. Because if not, they're going to continue to infect our lives and our happiness, you know, which isn't fair, because they love keeping others down. You know, when we have toxic partners, they feel better by bringing others, they feel higher by bringing others lower. You know, seeing others unhappy is what makes toxic people, you know, feel alive. It's really, really interesting how that happens. Okay, so regarding your Oracle, Wisdom of the Oracle guidance here, I have here the cards of, I have number 21. This is a card of Clean It Up. Number 17, the Fates in the Reversed. And number 2, Yin. And this came up in the upright. So just like this Clean It Up, you know, this Clean It Up card is just like this walking away card, releasing your ex. This is releasing that which no longer serves you. That's a very, very big thing for you during the month of July. Clean things out, release things which no longer serve you. Sweep them out of your life so you can bring something better into your life. That will be 48. I saw 4808. So that can bring you stability, security, and empowerment. That will allow you, doing this, you know, cleaning this, releasing this from your life will allow you to move forward, allow you to transcend, you know, progress, transition out of this into something better, you know, bring stability and healing into your life. Yes, yes, I just saw that again, and empowerment. So I also have here this card, the Fates, number 17. And the Space card says sometimes we don't understand why challenging things happen. Sometimes we don't understand why bad things happen to good people. However, there are situations that are, again, fated, you know, fated. There are situations that are fated here and supposed to happen for us to grow, learn, evolve, learn these karmic lessons in order to be in more healthy relationships moving forward. Because here's the thing. You know, when it comes to aligning ourselves with our, you know, divine mates, our long-term partners here, God, Spirit, Universe puts us together with that person in the perfect timing. But we have to learn lessons before. You know, we have to go through those classes so we can graduate to that partnership. You know, so our higher powers are not going to put us in the right relationship at the wrong time. Our higher powers and our angels, our guides, they protect us. They're not going to put us in the ideal relationship, you know, our divine partnership here, when we're not ready. They're going to do so when we're ready. And being ready may come from learning these lessons. So we can look at situations for what they are without judgment. Release the judgment, release the anger, you know, and just see how this could benefit moving forward. What have we learned? What have we experienced? What do we not want to experience again? You know? So that's what this card can be speaking of. And it also says that when it comes to situations that are fated, even if they're challenging situations, sometimes these things are presented to us by our higher powers, and it's how we react that makes the difference. Do we react out of fear? Do we react out of empowering ourselves? You know, how do we react? I just saw 5044 on the clock. So some really divine changes coming, bringing you stability and security. So that's really, really wonderful. But again, you know, the only thing we can have control over is ourselves. We cannot control another individual. We ultimately have no control about the circumstances which occur, you know, on some level. You know, the law of attraction is there. So we do attract what we put out. So if we put out love, we're ultimately going to receive love. If we put out toxicity, the toxicity is what will come back to us. However, we cannot control another person. We cannot really control the nature of a relationship. We can't control things, but who we can control is ourselves. We can't control how we respond. We can't control how we use these lessons moving forward. That we do have control over. So, you know, understand that, see the bigger picture here, and understand that, you know, again, things happen for a reason, and we can often benefit from our challenges. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? So then I also have here this number 2 yin card. And this yin card here speaks of, again, it's like being balanced, maybe making a decision. Speaking of your relationships. And the yin energy is the feminine energy of receptivity. Being receptive. Allowing others to make the moves. Allowing others to make the first move. Allowing others to put forth action. And choosing to stay back and be receptive. And being receptive does not mean not doing anything. You're actually choosing, making the conscious decision to receive. You know, there's a difference between staying still and making the decision, setting the attention, having the intention of receiving things. You know, they're both kind of things of, you know, staying in one place, but it's different energies. So make the intention, you know, to receive the blessings that will come to you from this situation, the blessings that will come to you moving forward. And also this yin card can be speaking of, as we were speaking of in the beginning here, looking at others' actions and letting their actions speak for them, not the words. Because somebody can say anything. Somebody can say anything. You know, somebody can confess their love. That doesn't mean that it's true. For example, with narcissists, they can say, you know, I saw what they always say this thing. You know, they say like, oh, I knew we were soulmates before. As soon as I saw you, you know, when you walked into the room, I fell in love. When blah, 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 you know, they always say those things because they want to make you feel special. Oh, I'm unique. I'm special. No, they say that to everybody. So sorry, guys. If any of you guys did experience that, just know that that's what they do. Oh, another thing that they do is they want to pressure you into establishing love. You know, I love you. They're usually the ones that are like, I love you. I love you. And even if you're like, you know, they may pressure you, or they kind of convince you that there's love there. You know, it's too soon. So if you're experiencing any of that, you know, maybe a good idea, you can check out that video as well. I'll go ahead and try to put it up there on the end screen as well, so you can click on it after this video. Nevertheless, here again, this young card here says to be receptive, be observant, you know, take a step back and look at the actions of other people. Allow others' actions to speak for them. People will tell you who they are if you listen. If you truly listen, people will tell you who they are. If you truly, you know, want to know who a person is, you can figure that out, you know, truthfully, by looking at the actions, by, you know, taking in what this person is doing, really doing that, you know. And Scorpios are intuitive, so by also using our intuition to to see through the mess. And it's important to do that also because when we see who people really are, when we understand who they really are, even how we see how they treat others, we have a good idea of how they can affect our lives. So is this person toxic? Does this person speaks of toxic things? You know, does this person, and this can be moving forward, you know, just something moving forward within your partnerships, within beginning partnerships, you know, within choosing potential partners, looking at the actions, also looking at how they treat others. For example, how do they treat their mom? You know, do they have respect for their mother? If somebody does not have respect for their mother, if an individual does not have respect for a mother in particular, you know, we could say a male, but you could take this, you know, however it is, then it could be very challenging for him to respect you as well, you know. So it's looking at that. If somebody calls you know, a woman something derogative, then they're likely going to do that to you, you know. So these are things to be mindful of when choosing partners here. Because by looking at that, we can see how they will impact and influence our lives. You know, will they bring the best out of us? Will they bring out our best qualities? Or will they bring out our not so good qualities? You know, because we all have qualities that are not the best. We all do. So what is this person going to bring out of me? So again, this is also just speaking of, in addition, being receptive to the wonderful things that are going to result from this walking away, from these lessons, from this moving forward. So I'll go ahead and give you your empowerment messages and your postcard from Spirit to wrap up your reading. So regarding your empowerment messages, I have here the card of gentleness as well as the card of partnership. This gentleness card says, strength is gentle. True kindness has wings. Love in action endures. This partnership card says, learn to grow with others. So learn to grow through your partnerships. We learn the most about ourselves in our partnerships. You know, whether the partnerships are good or bad, that's how we learn the most about ourselves and how we relate to others. So learn to grow with others. Even if there's a separation here, learn to grow with your experiences with others, overcome obstacles by working together. So overcome obstacles by understanding the dynamic of the situation. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. So this can also be speaking of moving forward, you know, growing with future partners, overcoming obstacles by being on the same page, you know, seeking like-minded individuals, cooperating, compromising. Always aligning your thoughts with unconditional love. Asking, what will love do in any situation? Touch each other's hearts while life still lasts. And last but not least, I have your postcard from Spirit, and this reads, Dearest you, isn't it amazing how Dearest you, isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle, in ways you could not have possibly planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now, here you are, with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that in this new opportunity for rebirth, you will be called in two directions, and the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown spaces, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope. Loving you always. Alrighty, my lovely Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising friends, cross watchers, thank you so much for watching this reading. Please thumbs up and like this video. If the messages resonate with you, comment, share. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do so again at my website, PowerLifeHypnosis.com. You can also book a future partner reading with me now through the description box below. And you can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app. So thank you again. Much love to you. And I look very forward to seeing you here for the mid-monthly videos. All right, go ahead and check out your moon, sun, and rising sign videos as well. I love you all, Scorpios, and I will see you very soon. Mwah.